busy day, I love to get out in the garden and work on my veg patch.
Now, I was told a good trick before you pull the carrots out of the ground is to soak it really well with water. If not, the tops kind of snap off.
Growing so much fresh produce right on my doorstep is a fantastic incentive to come up with new and interesting ways of using it. One of my tastiest recipes is summer vegetable soup with salsa verde.
What I love about this recipe, it uses everything that grows in my garden, almost everything, apart from mussels and a bit of stock, of course. But I love growing fresh herbs. There's nothing better than fresh herbs straight out of the garden, and they're so inexpensive when you grow them yourself. The first thing I'm going to get on is the veg, because this is so quick to cook. Chop up a few shallots.
The key to success with this soup is using a good selection of veg as a base. Along with shallots, I'm throwing in some courgettes, fennel, celery, radishes and carrots.
Really, you can use whatever selection of veg you want. And nothing beats carrots, of course, from your garden. And don't peel them. If you peel these things, you just take half the flavour off. All you want to do with this is just chop them the same size as the rest of the veg.
When your veg are prepped, it's just a matter of sweating them with a little bit of butter over a low heat for 5 minutes or so until they just soften.
Now, at the same time, I'm going to make my sauce. This is classed as a salsa verde, which is a selection of different types of herbs. It's a classic Italian green sauce that can be used not just as a flavouring into soups, but it can also be used as a lovely little garnish to go with steaks on the barbecue, anything like that, or chicken. Just a delicious, simple little sauce.
As well as mint and dill, you'll need tarragon, flat-leaf parsley, watercress and basil for the salsa verde. Blitz the whole lot in a food processor until they're roughly chopped before adding a large shallot.
Then the flavour depends on where you come from, I suppose, because different areas certainly have their own secret recipe. But the ones that I've always had have always got anchovies. And this is what sets it apart, I suppose, from a pesto.
Add 6 of them, along with 2 tablespoons of capers, the juice of half a lemon and a teaspoon of Dijon mustard. You'll need a good glug of olive oil and seasoning before blending it again.
You almost don't want it too smooth. Traditionally this would be done with a pestle and mortar and you'd grind it all down. And you end up with this delicious green sauce. It's a good way to use up a lot of herbs that are in the garden. If you've got anything overgrowing, it's a great way to use them all up.
By the time your salsa verde is prepped, the veg for your soup should have softened nicely. So then it's time to add your mussels.
Now it's important to pick through the mussels. There's a little beard on the mussels, that little fella there. That's what holds it to the rope or the rocks. Pull that out. And make sure you go through them all. These are quite small mussels, so these won't take very long to cook at all. Throw them in.
Use 500 grams of mussels, followed by 150 ml of white wine and 750 ml of stock. Cover and simmer for 2 to 3 minutes until all the mussel shells have opened.
Now it may be only a short cooking time, but I can't wait to taste this. So just to finish this off, because the mussels are now cooked, they're lovely and open, you can tell that, because you can see the little fellas opening up. These are perfect. Give it a quick season. And then what I do is just turn off the heat, really, because the important bit is this. And if you just take a spoonful of this, or a couple of spoonfuls, you almost stir this in as it comes to the table. So you just pop it in right at the last minute so it retains all that lovely colour but flavour. It's not until you taste it you really appreciate how good it is. It's just great, this.
This soup really is something special. Not only is it packed with incredible flavours from all those veg, it's also got a herby punch from the amazing salsa verde. Growing the kind of herbs that go into salsa verde couldn't be easier.